Well, hi there, everybody, and good Friday morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski here. We have a couple of concerns, one right away this morning, the other one, of course, on Christmas Day. We'll start with this morning's because that is, of course, the most immediate, and there's a lot of people out traveling today. We have had freezing rain early this morning, as well as some pockets of snowfall. We're seeing kind of that area of freezing rain change over to some heavy wet snowflakes here this morning. There's going to be a nice little band of snow that sets up from south central Nebraska into the eastern part of the state right through the morning hours. As we get towards the noon hour, although still some precipitation in central Nebraska and into the eastern part of the state, things will be starting to wind down. By early afternoon, most of that precipitation pushes eastward, or if there is still some left, it's warming up enough that it turns back to liquid precipitation. Meanwhile, sunshine working in from the west later in the day this afternoon into late this afternoon and this evening will clear skies out. Quiet conditions tonight, although colder tonight. Tomorrow looks to be a fairly sun-filled day. Not bad temperature-wise, back into the 40s for the most part. As we head into tomorrow night, though, cloud cover will be on the increase. We'll drop back initially, but as that cloud cover and moisture lift northward, temperatures will rise after midnight. So while we may briefly drop back to around freezing, we should be safely above freezing in most locations by early on Sunday morning. Outside of the northern part of the viewing area where there could be some freezing rain, most of us will just be seeing plain old rain, maybe even some isolated thunder out there. Watch what happens on Sunday during the morning hours. This is Christmas morning here. We'll see a line of showers and thunderstorms push across the area. A powerful area of low pressure moves out of the Rockies into the western parts of Nebraska and will lift northeastward. So we could see some strong thunderstorms possible in central and eastern Nebraska during the morning and early afternoon hours. Again, even some severe weather not out of the question. Out towards the western part of the state, we have some snow potential in those locations. Some of the snow may clip the extreme northwestern parts of the KSNB viewing area. Under an inch of snow expected. The heavier snows will be to the north and west of the KSNB viewing area where blizzard conditions are expected. Meanwhile, we'll basically get dry slotted. A pocket of dry air lifts in on the southwest side of the system, and as we see cooler air, actually we see strong winds shifting out of the west and northwest. Colder air will start to move in during the afternoon Sunday and into Sunday night as the precipitation moves out of here. Temperatures will plummet, but again, before they get cold enough, precipitation's already gone. Temperatures will plummet though Sunday night into Monday morning as the winds remain on the blustery side. So, first off, for today, winter weather advisory in the purple shaded areas. 11 o'clock is when it goes until out west, until noon in south central Nebraska, north central Kansas, and until 1 o'clock in the eastern part of the state. Includes the Tri-Cities, does not include Lincoln, but you can kind of get an idea. This is for that freezing rain, but also because of the snow threat out there this morning or for the very early afternoon hours. Freezing rain advisory until 10 o'clock in southwest Nebraska. A winter storm watch and a blizzard watch to our northwest for Christmas Day. Again, if you have travel plans up there, hopefully you're not driving on Christmas Day. It looks like a big time mess to our north and to our northwest in the western and central Dakotas. All right, how about that snow potential? We could see a quick band of 1, 2, maybe even up to 3 inches of snowfall set up here for this morning for areas near and north of the Tri-Cities and then to the east from there. So also something to watch along with those slippery roads due to freezing rain. Then we move on to Sunday. How about this? How often do we see this happen on Christmas in Nebraska or northern Kansas? This is an extremely rare thing to see. The Storm Prediction Center has a slight risk of severe weather for many of us. This will be, again, mainly in the morning and early afternoon hours. Severe wind gusts look to be the primary threat with any of the strongest storms that would develop. I will also mention there is an extremely low chance of a tornado forming. An isolated tornado is not completely out of the question. As I mentioned, it is a very low chance, but it is not a zero chance. So something also to watch for Christmas Day, especially morning, early afternoon hours. Now let's look at your forecasted temperatures for today. We are going to struggle until we start to get some sun later in the day. Areas that see snow today may actually see temps stay in the mid and upper 30s for highs. Meanwhile, areas that don't get snow on the ground and actually will get some sunshine should rise into the 40s later on today. Tonight we'll drop back into the teens and lower 20s for overnight lows, probably a little colder than what you're seeing on this map here. And then tomorrow I think many of us return to the 40s. Unless that snow remains on the ground, that could hold temps back just a little bit here. Let's check out that 7-day forecast. Again, Saturday night, I should say, after midnight, rain starts to move in, maybe some freezing rain to the north before it warms up. And then we're talking about rain and thunderstorms, best chances in the morning, early afternoon on Sunday. The winds will be out of the south initially, though will be blustery, bringing in those warmer conditions, pushing temps into the 50s. Temps will drop off later in the day Sunday. As the winds turn out of the west and northwest, and things start to dry out. So a cold night ahead of us for Sunday night. Monday morning, a chillier day Monday, but not terrible. Still breezy though, but lots of sunshine returning. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, pretty quiet, nicer conditions. Highs back into the 40s. We'll cool back into the upper 30s on Thursday. So again, a whole lot to talk about here in the next 3 days today. Again, I'll emphasize the slick conditions out there. Be very careful, especially during the morning and very early afternoon hours. And of course, watch that threat of severe weather on Christmas morning. Maybe a little surprising to see a little bit of that as you wake up or during the morning and early afternoon hours of Christmas Day. So there you go. A lot to talk about, a lot to take in. Until next time, which will be much quieter on Monday. Until next time, have a Merry Christmas out there.